Okay, so it's Wednesday, March 13th, 2019, and if you've seen my other videos, you know I've built e-bikes before. This is going to be kind of the same thing, except that I'm using a better camera. I've done a lot of research on video making and video quality and video settings and things like that, and I've also watched, you know, myself on video. And so what we're going to do on this particular e-bike build, this is my sister-in-law's bike, and you know, what we're going to do is more of a step-by-step, less talking, more just factual, you know, tear down of an existing bike and building an e-bike over the old bike per se. There's going to be, you know, editing if need be, reshoots if need be. Unlike what I've done before, I just kind of just filmed it and just put it on YouTube. This is going to be more in-depth, less jabbering like this. But so this is basically step one. This is the bicycle. If you take a good look at it, I mean, it's dirty. It's, you know, my sister-in-law rode it, you know, fairly frequently, and so it's been used. And so just imagine this being your bike and tearing it down. Okay, I got an e-bike kit. You know what do I do? What do I do first? Okay, well, I've built two bikes so far. I'm also in the middle of building an e-trike that's got some other twists and turns to it, plus the video, plus this, plus all the other study I've done on e-bike making. A person could really use this as good information, and so just use it for what it is. It's something that you can use. So here's step one. You take the bike, you throw up on a stand or whatever you got, or hang it with rope or whatever, just get it up in the air. And then what I'm going to do is basically just tear it completely down, just tear it down to the bare frame, and go to the next step, which is going to be mounting the battery so that you can properly line up the. And you don't have to do this if you don't want to do it this way, but you know, it just looks like, you know, the front of the battery is going to line up pretty good with this. And this is the controller for the motor. Controls your speed and all that. So you have to line that up, or at least make sure it's going to fit, because that's a tiny little frame. Look at that triangle. I mean, it's a 13-inch frame. And so make sure your battery fits your frame, or you're going to have to send the battery back. So take measurements. Take a template of that triangle, measure it, go shopping for a battery, and then, okay, this one will fit in this triangle, it'll fit in on the bike. So I'm not going to film it, you know, tearing it down. So the next video you're going to see is you know, just the bare frame. So, and yeah, I'm running two cameras. There's the other, you know, camera, I don't know, kind of as a backup or B-roll, we'll see. So, and I got my my phone. I found the movie camera on it. I might be shooting some video with that. So, yep, got lighting set up, cameras settings are set up. So this is going to be a step-by-step video of building an e-bike from an existing bike. So I'm going to tear this down for next step. Okay, this is just a quick step. I wasn't going to show this, but you know, it's partially dismantled. I got the rack off, the cranks off, the controls off, and so I'm just going to finish tearing it down to the frame and clean it, and we'll be back to the next step. Okay, we're back. I stripped the frame bare, obviously. Just wiped it down with a wet soapy paper towel, hit it with some wax. I mean, it didn't really take that long, but it is kind of nice to clean something up before you build it back up again. It just makes it more appealing, it's more fun, less problems, and you know, it just looks really good, and especially if you're doing a video of it, because man, look at that purple. That's a really nice looking color. yeah, I like it. That's a nice little frame. Anytime you can get like a late 90s specialized frame that has that direct drive, and it's steel, and it has that little sticker on it that says designed in California, and it's got a 1 1/8 inch compatible head tube. I think that's really your best candidate for an e-bike without a rear suspension, because then you can put forks on it. And but this is going to be a really nice little bike. It's going to turn out a lot better than I originally imagined, because I mean, that frame is definitely the foundation, and it really is a nice bike. Not really any scratches on it. It's straight, it's strong, and so I'm going to install the battery, and then we're going to unbox the motor, the wheel. So back in a flash. Okay, we're back. We got the battery in the frame, and as you can tell, it's a really tight fit. So that's why you do your research on your battery if you have a small frame, because if you don't, it's not going to fit. In fact, this battery right here that's on my brother's bike is actually the one that he ordered for his wife, but it's a 1/2 inch taller, so so we actually put it in his bike because, you know, obviously there's way more room. There's my bike, sweet. But yeah, the smaller the frame, the more the risk of your battery not fitting, and your battery is your biggest investment as far as the single piece of gear that costs the most money. I mean, if you get a battery for less than $300, you're lucky. So the battery's in, and so we're going to set up for the unboxing of the wheel. Okay, so now, fun time. We're gonna unbox the wheel. It's in the dark. Well, this is the 4th time I've done this, but what's in here is the controller. Ooh, smooth. We're not going to use those, so they can, bang. Okay, we got this reset up here. So this is what we had to unpack, really. This is why we're on the line. Oh man, graceful. See how you want to line it? I mean, you can put it any way you want, but I just like the way. Might have to cheat it up a little bit. No, I think we'll just line it up right like that. That's why we need this little thing right here without these wires. Okay, well, that was fun. So, get this out of the way. Turn this other camera off, and yeah, I just, you know, I want some good video quality, but I just, you know, we're really on a roll, so I'm not going to do any like major second takes, but I want to get this thing out, look at it in the video. My brother and sister-in-law See this? Yeah, I threw those away. Boom. Caught in the cord. Unless, well, I guess figure that out on your own. It's kind of hard to explain. We're on the roll here. So here is the cement frame. Oh, that's right. This new camera's got a little flip screen. Let's see. Oh man, yeah, that flip screen works good. Yeah, so yeah, the new camera's got a flip screen, so I can do this from this side of the camera. All right, man. So it is a 6-speed, so it's exactly like his. So I gotta order them shifters from China. It works on his. And I got the other tire from his other one. We're gonna throw her old tires away. I don't like them. They're thick, but they would just be too hard to change or fix a flat on the side of the road. These are real tires. So yeah, 6-speed. It's identical to his, and so it certainly is going to make things a lot easier to figure out on the gearing and the shifters and everything like that. And we got another surprise coming up as far as the drivetrain goes. And yeah, that's it. Yep. Here, let's get the serial number. It ain't on there. Oh well. Alright, so I think what we're going to do is we are going to set up and I'm going to get the control box mounted, kind of get that on there because that's going to be kind of a major milestone. And then I think we're going to call it a day. It's about 2 o'clock and the blizzard's about to hit, so better get this done while we got power. Well, this is where a wide angle lens would come in handy, but they're not going to be there until Friday. So again, it's Wednesday, March 13th, 2019, and so what you're looking at is I'm just about ready to drill the holes for the controller and you know, where the wiring is going to be bundled up. And even I eyeballed it on my bike and my brother's bike, and the holes weren't completely straight. I mean, you know, there's adjustment slots and everything, and no one's really going to look, but you know, so basically I just put a piece of tape on there so that way it's on the center line of the bottom tube, so all your holes are going to be in line. It's just going to make it easier to line everything up. So I'm going to drill the holes, and I don't know, we'll see how much of this I'm going to film. Probably not much, but the next thing you'll probably see is just the riv nuts in the bottom. So take whatever. This is just a quick shot of the tool that you use to do the riv nut holes. It's a Park. No, that's a Park. That's a bicycle. It's an Astro 1442 riv nut tool. You basically just drill a hole. You put the insert in. This compresses the riv nut in the hole. And there's not tons of videos, but there's enough videos to tell you how to do this. And it works pretty slick. That's what you want to use. And if you don't want to use that, then I just suggest just use pipe clamps. Just use a regular hose clamp. Put it on there. It's not going to go anywhere. I mean, you can use duct tape if you want. Yeah. There's a video of my brother and I riding his bike just real quick. And it was before I did any of the drilling, and it worked out fine. I wouldn't do it forever, but hey, we rode it around a little bit, and so duct tape works miracles. So anyway, I'll be back on the next one with the holes drilled. Okay, just real quick, we got the pilot holes drilled. Ay caramba, little scratch there, but because I was using a bad bit, And the key is drill pilot holes. Use different bits. If one doesn't work, switch bits. Chances are it's ruined or dull. And then so I'm going to be back after I'll be back after I drill the holes. Okay, so that's the frame with the holes drilled. Really? And there's the tape off. Almost. Well, I should stop playing around with my thumb. It's kind of jacked up now. But yeah. So we'll be back. Ouch! Yeah, watch for metal filings. And yeah, we'll be back after the rib nuts are in. Okay, so this is just a quick demonstration on how quick you can put these rib nuts in. When you get the tool, you get a set of directions and it tells you what drill bit to use for what size rib nut that you need. These are called M5. That just means it's a metric 5mm. But yeah, so you got these holes are hard to see, but you'll see them in a second. So anyway, you got the tool, you have it open. You spin the rib nut on all the way down. When it is, do like that. You line it up. You just basically, and the only thing, ooh, that's small. Nope. Okay, so you just get it in there, and you just don't want to do a lot of this. You just try to hold it as straight as you can, and you just kind of something's going wrong. Nope. Yeah, that one's kind of weird. There was one that was kind of defective, but I threw it away. But ooh, that one crunched in there good. That one ain't never coming out. You need to spin it out. Yeah, that one's a little rough. That one was worst one I've ever done so far. There was something going on with that. Yeah, that crunched in there really good though. But you're supposed to, dress up these, holes. And there was a little burr on it, but I mean that thing ain't ever going anywhere. That's just gonna hold the wiring. So you just witnessed the worst one I've done. I don't know. This is probably the 20th hole. Okay, can you see that? No, it's gonna have to work. I could go like this, but I got a chance. This is the last one. Yeah, that one a lot easier. So yeah, I guess it's good to deburr the holes, because then what I think you risk is yeah, that definitely chambered up the threads on it. So this is a lot of forces on these threads. But yeah, that's how it works. And you just witnessed. Okay, so now I'm going to put the controller on, and then I think we're going to kind of wrap things up, because the blizzard is ugly, and I don't think the power is going to go out, but I don't know. We'll see how far we get, but I'm going to put the controller on, and then we'll be back in a flash. Okay, so the controller is on, and looks pretty good. It was really straight. Boy, lining that tape up really makes it easy. You're not having to worry about your holes being out of line. And just something real quick. Yeah, this is that bad hole we're talking about. Yeah, well, so much for the bad hole. So yeah, it works out really good. That's how you want to do it if you want it to be permanent. So I'm gonna put the battery on, and we'll just kind of see how it looks. Okay, we're back. We're gonna fire up the other camera, just in case. Important documentary milestone. So there's with the controller on, bolted on. The other holes are drilled for the wiring down at the bottom, because you're gonna bundle your wiring up in kind of like a plastic water bottle. or whatever, some kind of bottle in a bundle underneath. I don't want to take this thing off the tripod. Put that little bottle underneath the controller, you know, so that's where all the wiring is going to be. It's tucked up on a little plastic container and tape underneath there. So they're going to be held with zip ties in those rib nut holes in. Come on, autofocus. Come on. What happened? Oh, try this. There. Yeah, that's why you spend that much money on a camera, so it'll work when you want it to. So yeah, it's a little bolt you put in that hole with a little. You bet. Love that new camera. So you put in a little hole like that, and the zip tie goes through that hole, and it holds the bottle up underneath there in a nice little bundle, and it seems to work good. A lot of bike builders do it that way. So I think we're going to tie this off for the day and call it a day. We got a lot done. That's we'll call that chapter 1 of an e-bike build. Till next time. This is just kind of a wrap up, you know, highlight reel. I mean, yeah, this is a really nice bike. There's that, man, you can't really see it, but that made in California thing. This is the bike you want to buy. Look at that. Not if I don't buy it first. Can't really see it on that side, but yeah, this is how I'm going to do most of the work on it. It's just like this. Yeah, one of these are handy, but they're like 250 bucks. But worth every penny, you know. This is built a lot of bikes down here and love it. Alright, so it's time to do some editing and posting. Love this new camera too, man. Makes it easy. The more money you spend on cameras, the easier the work is. This is just a quick shot. This is just a quick shot of the camera that I was using on all my older videos. It's you know, Olympus Stylus. I can't remember the model number, but it's you can get something like this on eBay for like 50 bucks, and it's like a 15 megapixel. It's a decent camera. It's never let me down. The only complaint is the maximum file you can record at a time on video is 2 gigabyte, which is 8 minutes at 720p, which is a hassle. This new camera this one right here, you can go half an hour. So okay, we're going to do some editing and posting on YouTube.